Hi, and welcome to PCHTV. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Nate. A successful soccer season came to an end on Tuesday. Jackson, Kaylin, and Jordan talked to them about their roles as captains.
Josh Joseph and Ryan Slego are captains of the varsity soccer team and are working hard to lead their squad to a winning season.
One of my responsibilities is to make sure everyone gets their guards on, has their jewelry off, has the proper equipment. Warm-ups go smoothly too. Get the warm-ups going, like our shooting drills. They've developed well. We were starting to move the ball more. We're playing with each other, and we're getting more shots. And as a result, our record shows that. I think it's communication, our ability to move the ball to the left and right side of the field, using our backs and our midfields, and pressing as a unit.
My responsibilities are pretty much like just keep the team organized. Just like lead them through warm-ups, lead them through games, just lead them through everything. Together, I feel like in years past there's been a big separation between like returners and people who are just joining, like coming up to varsity. Now everyone's just kind of playing as a team, and we look a lot more organized than in years past. We're pretty much just trusting each other. We all got to believe in each other to win. That's all that really. So we tend to concede a lot pretty early in games, so it's just trying to keep level heads and come back from deficits.
Different teams have different numbers of captains, different years. It changes up. Last year I only had one, but this year we wanted to have two captains, one for senior grade and one for the junior grade. That would be pretty apparent that they'd be leader and be able to carry on with what we expect for more than 1 year. Different players bring different elements to the team. Josh is responsible, energetic. It seems like he can take on tasks bigger than just his own concerns, and the same thing goes for Ryan. Like to have a leader in the back. He's intense and competitive, and we want to make sure that the players know that that's the standard to live up to.
Well, from the season's always just do better than we did last year, do better in districts, do better in season, just do better, and just do better as a team.
I think this season, to get past districts, the first round districts at least, and make a real run at the districts and go far in districts, basically.
This has been Jackson, Kaylin, and Jordan reporting for PCHTV.
Coach on three. 1, 2, 3, goals.
The swim team heads to state this weekend with the hopes for a third state championship in a row. Andrew, Anthony, and Jack have the story on this team and their potential for a three-peat.
Recently, the PCH swim team has been doing great. Today, we interviewed junior Brody Blatt, who has been swimming at Central since his freshman year, and who has swimming in general for other teams for even longer.
I started swimming when I was 4 years old, and I switched to club when I was like 10 years old. I started on the YMCA, and I started swimming as like water safety, and I just really liked it, so I stuck with it.
We asked Brody what was some of his inspirations coming up for the swim team, and how did he use them to motivate him.
I really looked up to people like Jake Hansen, and he really set a really good example for how I should work hard in the pool, and he was a really good influence out of the pool too.
Even though they are state champs, every meet counts.
There's been a few swim meets. I'd say the most recent big one was at Como, and our team did pretty well. We got third, so.
As many high school athletes do, Brody is thinking about swimming in college.
I'm going through the recruiting process right now, and it's definitely a lot, but we'll see how it works out.
Good luck to the team as they compete in state today and tomorrow in St. Peter's. This is Anthony, Andrew, and Jack reporting for PCHTV.
Miss Berry is a favorite staff member among seniors especially, but you may not know how she spends her time outside of the glass office. Marcus, Michaela, and Peter talked to Miss Berry about her other passions.
Students know Miss Berry as a friendly and fun presence in the glass office, but this is just one of her positions in her career as an educator.
I am the 12th grade admin assistant, so I take care of attendance and anything that the senior class needs. I worked in special school district at an elementary school. My job was very different. I was running around with kids all day, and now I get to sit in the office and talk to the lovely 12th graders.
Miss Berry spends most of her time outside of school coaching volleyball.
So for the last couple of years, I've either coached a high school team or a youth team. I've also coached high school for the last 5 years at Lafayette, and I'm currently at St. Joe. Coach for a club volleyball team that's based out of the Rockwood School District. I coach a couple teams there. I'm our social media coordinator, and I run all of our community service events. We started the Rockwood Thunder Days of Giving during the pandemic. So Rockwood Thunder is very big into community service, and we were really struggling to figure out how we should connect into the community. So we decided to give frontline workers meals that we get from local restaurants. So we started in 2020 and gave 12 meals, and now in 2024 we're up to about 35 meals and about $8,000 into local restaurants here.
Students enjoy talking to Miss Berry in the office, whether they are aides or just stopping by.
Miss Berry is a wonderful secretary. She really helped me out within my first year of transferring to Parkway Central. I feel like I can come to her about anything, and not only does she always make sure my attendance and my grades are in check, she always makes sure I'm good as a person.
This has been Marcus, Peter, and Michaela reporting for PCHTV.
Baseball cards aren't just for kids. One senior has turned a collection into a money-making operation. Brady, Michelle, Quaylen, and Jack have the story.
Quinn Bach is a senior at Parkway Central. Along with managing sports in school, he also runs a card business. He goes into detail about that business.
I got into cards back in 2016. I actually collected Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering cards before 2016. But in 2016, I started doing sports cards. Just started like collecting them for fun, opening packs and boxes. And then, when the pandemic came, I did, way more, bought and sold a lot. So, yeah. My card experience has been absolutely awesome. I've made so many relationships with people in the hobby. I travel like all across the country to sports card shows. Made a ton of money, to be honest, and it's been great. So for sports cards, I actually run my own Instagram account. I also do a little bit of eBay. But what I'll do is I'll reach out to other people online, see cards that I'm interested in, and then, inquire about them, make a deal, and then my goal is to flip or resell them on Instagram or eBay to make a profit, and then, continue that process over and over. The goal is to know market value for a card and then buy it below that, or if it's a rare card, just buy it at a nice price and then resell it to another person for obviously a higher price. So the goal is to buy it low, sell high, kind of like a stock in the stock market. The coolest card I've owned, a game used, so that means this person wore in a game. I used a game used NFL Shield of Tony Gonzalez. It was a 1-of-1, which means the only one out there, and I got it super cheap, and I sold it way too cheap before it went up. But yeah, it was a very rare and cool card. Absolutely, I think sports cards is a great side hustle to get into. It, for me, it doesn't take up too much of my time, and it's just super fun, keeps me entertained, and I get to, do a lot of great things with it.
This has been Brady, Michelle, Jack, and Quaylen reporting for PCHTV.
After the loss of many seniors, a sophomore quarterback stepped up to the plate and made his mark on the varsity team, despite the struggles of a tough season. James, Eva, and Kanan have the story.
Colin Applebaum is a sophomore here at Central. Despite his age, Colin has shown maturity and talent this season. Colin talks about the season so far.
It's not going as planned, but I'm excited for the rest of the season. Next 2 games. I'd say the biggest challenge is just learning and staying focused. And to overcome this challenge, just trying to get my mind right. So how I deal with the pressure is just remembering how hard I worked and, keeping that inside me. The favorite thing about being part of the team is probably the practices. They're really fun. Being with my friends and creating relationships that I probably wouldn't have outside of football.
While playing 3 sports, he is to work extra hard in school to keep his grades up. He plays basketball, baseball, and football for PCH. But which one is his favorite?
Out of the 3 sports I play, probably baseball is my favorite.
Colin said he learned a bunch from his coaches and they have given him a lot of helpful advice.
We've really tried to get Colin to be patient during games, to be a good leader during games, to work through any adversity throughout the games, to hopefully slowly improve as we go through the season. He's doing well for a first-year varsity player. As a sophomore, playing quarterback is not an easy thing to do, and for his first time as a varsity player, he's doing a great job for us and doing a solid job leading us on the field as well. I think, as I was kind of saying at the end there, he's been a leader for us as far as his preparation, his participation in practice. He works real hard in practice. His coachability, if we ask him to work on something or to change something, he's always open to doing that. So he's been a very coachable kid and a great leader on our team as well. The strengths that I've kind of listed for him also, we're working to build on those to make him even stronger. Just continuing to work on, for next year, becoming a better passer, becoming better with his footwork on pass plays. I think we're going to look on him to maybe run the ball a little bit more in the future. So a little durability from work in the weight room over the off season, but just kind of becoming a more well-rounded overall quarterback would be a goal for his junior year next year.
This is Kanan, James, and Eva reporting for PCHTV.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great weekend.
Pony up, Colts!
Dance Marathon is a student-led fundraiser whose end goal is to raise money for Children's Miracle Network, a nonprofit organization that raises funds for children in the U.S. and Canada's hospitals. Interested in being a part of the team? Join Dance Marathon and help them raise money for this great cause with the hopes of making the lives of these children so much better. To learn more information about Dance Marathon, use the QR code here, and remember that your ability to make a difference in our community matters more than you know.